Today's video is probably going to be a bit shorter, but I do want to cover this because I've noticed that currently the top 3 best players in the game, Trick, Zoink, and Wpopoff. I know some people still debate Trick, but let's be honest, he is probably in the top 3 still. They've been doing some stuff recently that have made it so figuring out who's better than the other is more blurry than it's been in a long time, because there are some statements they've announced that are really interesting. To start off, as you probably know, we've covered it before, Zoink is now verifying Artemis 13, which before it was really cool because it's a top 3 to 5 verification is what we thought, and he is going to probably mainly focus on this after Snowbound because he is playing it in between playing Snowbound right now. But it's quickly looking like Artemis 13 is actually going to be the next top 1, potentially. Here's the level here, if you haven't seen it, but the reason I'm saying this is because, one, Zoink says it's top 3 to 5, but I'm pretty sure he's underrated every single level he's ever put an estimate on, so we can keep that in our heads. But also, the creator of this level commented on my video and a couple others, I'm pretty sure, and he has basically stated that, yeah, he would want this to be top 1 and is thinking about pushing it to be top 1, and he has constantly wanted Zoink to buff it throughout his time with the level so far, so there really is a high chance that this gets buffed to top 1, or secretly already is a top 1 without us knowing. And the thing being here, I'm actually so annoyed. This is the second day in a row I have had to delete a video and re-upload it because I've said that Zoink verified Society when he was the first victor. I have no clue why. For some reason, it's in my head that Zoink is the verifier of Society when he isn't. I kid you not, second day in a row I've done this. The cool thing is, but it seems like Popoff and Trick are going to be at the skill level to tackle this with Zoink. Before, it would have been just Popoff, but Trick has been showing some crazy progress. And it moves us on to talking about Trick, because as you can see recently, he beat Thinking Space 2, right? That already puts him in contention on its own. Thinking Space 2 still being the second hardest level. I know you can debate Amethyst, but currently it is. And the only other victor besides the verifier Zoink is Popoff, so yeah. Trick is very much at the skill level of Popoff and Zoink right now, just in terms of completions. But this is what I want to talk about. It's in the posts here. Because recently, he stated, forgot to post this on here, but I got 51 on my third Society session. Okay, 51 on his third session. To put that into perspective, this is like Zoink levels of progress, but with a speck of the pre-practice. This is like if Zoink went in without his pre-practice and then stayed as consistent as he was now. This is into the drop. This is like a decent bit into the drop as well. It's actually crazy how Trick was able to do this. Look, first day of Society, he got 27. I believe he got into his 30s in Session 2, and in Session 3, 51. Yeah, it was 38 on his second session, and then third session, he's already in the 50s. He's on track to beat it quicker than Zoink. And Zoink and Popoff are only taking a month or two to beat this level, okay? So if that doesn't show that he is, in contention to pass Zoink and Popoff, then this should show it, right? He also stated that he returned because he wants to be top 1 on the stats viewer again. I know he said it in a joking way on a TCD video, but that's still the case. He still said it, right? So he's not going to stop until he's, debatably better than Zoink. And his whole problem, the reason why I considered him third before, is because he never finished his projects. He dropped Thinking Space 2, he dropped Amethyst, right? He just couldn't finish off the stuff. But, showing that he was able to very quickly beat Thinking Space 2, it makes me confident that he will continue with Society, and I think his motivation now is still high, but he also has the perseverance, probably. He's probably, got a better mindset now after his 6-month retirement or whatever it was, right? So I genuinely think he has a shot. But some news about Popoff recently came out. Well, it's not really news, but I didn't notice, and it means that Popoff could very soon actually be better than Zoink. Because if we look here, recently, he's been doing some lower list stuff, right? He's been doing Snowbound, he's been doing Voltage, okay, which on its own just seems like he's grinding the list right now, right? That's not going to affect his skill too much until we go to his community posts and we have this post. And the first paragraph is just talking about how he pretty much beat Voltage twice, right, at Nethermind's house. However, I want to talk about the second paragraph. Also, wait, I upgraded from a Huntsman V2 to a Wooding ADHE. And my new monitor is coming soon, so I have another video coming in soon, and I'm about to be in my prime. I'll be scary good. Anyways, next level is Quantius Processing. So not only is he going for a top 10 now, but also he's upgraded his hardware. He wasn't playing at the best of his ability. He actually was playing on lower end hardware than people like Zoink were playing at. A lot of people now have been switching to the Wooding 80 HE, and they have gotten a skill boost from it. And it's looking like he's going to get the same, but not only that, but he's also getting a new monitor, so, you know, his screen's going to be more clear, it's going to be better, it's going to perform better, so naturally, he's going to get a skill boost here. And that's not even just from a level completion, that's just from hardware, and I would say that hardware is probably the biggest skill boost you can get in the game. Obviously, as we've improved and refined how we play the game, the jump between hardware and hardware isn't as big, right? So, like, changing from 60 to 144 FPS in 2.1, or switching from, you know, like a normal keyboard to a Seiyuu, it's not going to be as big as that, right? But it's still going to be a big jump, which is scary considering how good he is now being on Zoink's level. This could put him above him. And, you know, so is Trick's. Trick is coming up now, so there's actually a good 1v1v1 happening right now. But I will end off the video with a bit of a sad note here. No Name is another top player in the community that was going to be verifying Eternal Silence, which is a top 1, right? And if you're verifying a top 1... then, you know, you could probably be considered a top player. Now, I will say, it's not top 1 now, because Society got verified, but there was a debate on whether it was harder than Thinking Space 2 and Amethyst, when that was top 1, right? So it is still a really, really hard level that would have put him above most people in the game. Obviously not Trick, Nethermind, Zoink, like Doggy, people like that, right? But it would put him right up there, and he was making quick progress of it, but sadly, yeah, you can see here, he just posted the ID. I'm on GD Browser here, but if you search the ID, it comes up with Eternal Silence. It's public release, created by Super Nautilus, Real Vet, and more. So yeah, he's dropped a level. And yes, he's dropping it, not just publicly showing the ID, because he has updated the newest video to have dropped in the title. So that is just sad to see that this level isn't going to be beaten now by him, but with how popular Eternal Silence is, how much it means to the community, I am dead 100% honest when I say that this is going to be verified, and honestly, probably soon. I see people picking this up soon. When I say soon in GD terms, obviously that's not like right now, but this will eventually get verified. There's no doubt about it. But yeah, sadly, that's it. We're gonna end it on there. But yeah, the top playing scene is about to see a big shakeup, and that's not even talking about how Doggy is nearly beating Grief, Sweeping Demon 2 with Taigo, Cosmos Unleashed in the background, right? Like, it's gonna be crazy. So, don't have much more to say now. Thanks for watching all the way through, and peace.